There are changes that have happened over the last week, I would say. One of them, like I said before, I was going to get an eye exam. Turns out I needed glasses. That was my first eye exam that I ever took in my life. I don't count the military because that wasn't a real eye exam. Not real, huh? Not a real eye exam? I'm making you fries. Look, we're gonna eat some French fries. You know how over the years, especially if you've been here for a while, I have been questioned multiple times about my squinty eyes, my heavy eyes like this, you know? So those squinty eyes, turns out one of my eyeballs is a drifting focus eye, which put extra strain on my eyes, and that's why I squint more than the average human being. Who knew I needed glasses this whole time? Well, nobody knew it because I never did an eye exam until now. It's gonna take a while for me to get used to them. What do you think? Did I pick a good glasses? I did not get any of Stacy's help on this. I went in by myself and picked out my own glasses. Do you think I did a good job, Stacy? Do you approve of my new face?
What?
Do you approve of my new face?
Your face is the same face. You didn't get a new face.
It looks different now.
No.
Yeah.
Not that much. I've seen you wear like blue light lenses before.
Well, these are fancier.
So if you've been putting off appointments, this is your sign. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, I put off an eye exam for how many years?
A long time. And then you were due for your physical, which you just did like last week.
Learned more about my hernia situation. Still waiting for my dentist appointment though. But yeah, self-care. Something I've been putting off for years. The Karen DeBraley stuff, but didn't focus on myself, you know. That can definitely happen as parents. Wouldn't you say so, Stacy?
I think it's easy to default as a parent to putting your kids' needs first as far as appointments and keeping up on all of that stuff, but I think that we have to also lead by example and be going to our appointments and taking care of ourselves so that we can be here for her.
I use the excuse of no time for me, all the time for Braley. I'm not going to go and make those appointments because that just takes too much time. But I can't say that because I do take a lot of time to work on the things I like to work on. We have to take our appointments. We have to take care of ourselves, and I'm slowly getting better at doing that. Yeah, I mean, the ultimate goal here is we have to take care of ourselves so we can better take care of Braley, right? Longevity purposes, if we're not taking care of ourselves, then how would we expect that we would be able to take care of Braley long term like we want to?
I know that in all cases that's not possible. Sometimes there's stuff just working against you, you know? Do the best you can with what you've got. That's all we can do.
Yeah, unfortunately, everything costs money, and even taking care of yourself can cost money. That's the world we live in. Finally, prioritized a little bit differently than I normally do. And it doesn't stop there. There's other things I want to do to improve my well-being
Let me guess, you're gonna
for the
say,
future.
I'm gonna eat healthier and work out, which you say all the time and doesn't happen.
You know how hard it is to change that from saying to doing?
That's why I don't say it, because I know myself and that I'm not gonna do it.
Well, eventually I'm going to do it. It started with the social steps group that I started, that I'm failing at. I'm losing every day at. My watch is even on because it's charred. It's dead and needs to be charred.
That just makes me think of that old girl band song. Getting a little tired of these broken promises.
I'm tired of what?
You've never heard that song?
No. What song is it?
Oh, what is it? Hey, do you want this apple? She's really into yogurt. She just ate that whole thing.
Does anybody else know what song Stacy's singing? The whole reason for today's video, a specific comment to address, to talk about, a specific topic to talk about. The comment is, why is Pro to go so expensive? But I want to broaden that to, why is AAC, which is Augmentative Alternative Communication devices, why are those so expensive? If you're doing your research, you find the awesome text-to-speech or some type of communication, some type of medical therapy equipment, and then you look at that price tag and you're like, nuh-uh. You're not alone. You are not alone.
as an example, we looked to get Braylee new sensory equipment. And the equipment itself that we were looking at totaled, what was it, like $1,700?
For 2 items.
For three, technically.
3 items.
The shipping was almost $900. It was going to be almost $900.
That's a good apple.
Why does having my own voice cost so much?
It's a good question, Braylee.
A. B. B. 2. 3.
She's assigning every letter of the alphabet their corresponding numbers.
Mm-hmm. Why is it so expensive? That is a great question. I know I asked that question, but I didn't actually type that out. But I'm trying to make a point of why does it cost so much for kids or even adults to have a voice, have their own voice? It's a human right to have a voice, right? So why does it cost so much to obtain a voice? Let's take it back to the years when Braylee was just turning 3 years old. We found out that Braylee needed a communication device like this to have a voice. We applied through the school district where we were at that time. It was a long wait for Braylee to have something that should be her right to have, a voice. It took over a year to get the original device.
Question mark.
Yeah, question mark, Braylee. I don't understand either.
Which is crazy that the first time it took like a year, because when we moved here, they just had one for her right away.
They had them available.
Yeah, the first day.
I mean, that goes along with the issue. Different school districts can't afford it because the funding is not available to give kids a voice. It doesn't make any sense, does it? How much is it actually? So if you look at the app cost of an example, Proloquo to go, and then you have to put that app on a device. Normally, is an iPad. It's an Apple app or an Android. I think you can get it on Android too.
I don't know.
I'll have to look that up. But either way, you have to have a device to put that app on, which also costs even more. Well, with the cost of living currently, especially, I can see how it's just not possible for many people. That's food on the table. And so I understand that it's not possible for a lot of families. And it's frustrating how expensive these things are. Do they need to be that expensive? Medical equipment, medical things, they get marked up because who can pay for them? Insurance. Not everybody can afford insurance either, which we've went down that path.
Not everybody that watches is going to understand that aspect because they might live in countries.
Yeah, you might live in a country that doesn't have the medical costs that we do.
Different healthcare system. So bear that in mind.
Yeah, everywhere in the world is going to be different for sure. But for where we're at, yeah, it's expensive. Is there a solution? I don't know. The only solution I know of is organizations like Lily's Voice that are making a difference for, I don't know how many kids they've provided devices for now. That's a pretty big number. Thanks to donations from all of you. Maybe not necessarily you, but someone out there.
From people who are able to help.
Yeah. I'm going to throw out there, like, if you're able and you're looking for some organization to donate to, I highly recommend Lily's Voice because they do provide voices for people that deserve voices. I mean, everybody deserves voice. You actually can see where your money goes because they're always posting stuff. Yeah. It's such an important thing to do, and I'm so happy they started doing that. Every time that something like this is talked about, it raises that awareness of, hey, there's a lot of people out there that simply don't have a voice because it's expensive. That just sounds ridiculous to me. I don't know about you, but it's just ridiculous.
Why?
Yeah, Braylee, exactly. Why?
9.
Yeah, $900, that's pretty much the cost. Braylee's joining in on the conversation. Our french fries are done. You want some french fries? Those are looking pretty good. I know this is a long-winded conversation, but it's a very important one, and I hope you stuck around for it. I would like to hear your solutions, your ideas. Do you have any ideas for a solution?
1, 5.
We are definitely fortunate that we've been able to provide one for Braille. It has helped her speech. Yes, she doesn't use it as much as she used to, but over the years, it's definitely made a difference in her speech.
And she also has it available in those times.
Yep.
Still, where she does need it.
Yep. I mean, this is a conversation that's going to continue to be a conversation until something changes. That's just the way it is.
1.
Braille's over there doing her numbers and letters on her AAC device. That is considered Braille talking right now. That's her talking. Imagine that there's a kid that wants to say these things. They don't have the resources to say them.
Z.
Imagine walking through life not being able to say one word. And imagine that
2.
the resources and tools are out there available,
A.
but you can't obtain them because you don't have the money. That's what it comes down to. It costs money. Money is not easy to get. I hope this just opens up some conversations and makes you think about something. We will link to Lily's Voice. Check out the awesome organization. And then for those of you that are looking for AACs, you can also apply Lily's Voice. I think that they provide them for people that can't obtain through insurance or personal funds or something like that. I don't know. You'd have to go look. That's a good reason to go look. Check them out.
B. E. 2. 5.
You notice that? She's did BE 25. Those are the correct numbers, and for E is the fifth letter.
B. F. B. F.
She can do
For
2 6.
2-6. Well,
2.
because that's how she vocal
6.
stems them.
Yeah.
A1, B2, C3.
I love you. 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 Daddy. 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 Mommy. Mommy.